How you doing? This is a portion of a speech by Robert Kennedy. It was given in South Africa in 1969. It's commonly referred to as the Ripple of Hope speech. There is discrimination in this world, and slavery, and slaughter, and starvation. Governments repress their people, millions are trapped in poverty, while nations grow rich, and wealth is lavished on armaments everywhere. These are differing evils, but they are the common works of man. They reflect the imperfections of human justice, the inadequacies of human compassion, and our lack of sensibility toward the suffering of our fellows. But we can perhaps remember, even if only for a time, that those who live with us are our brothers, that they share with us the same short moments of life, and that they seek as we do nothing but the chance to live their lives with purpose and happiness, winning what satisfaction and fulfillment they can. Surely this bond of common faith, of common goal, can teach us something. Surely we can learn at least to look around and see them as our fellow men. And surely we can begin to work a little harder, to bind up the wounds among us, and become in our own hearts brothers and countrymen once again. The answer, I believe, is to rely on youth. Not a time of life, but a state of mind, a temper of will, a quality of imagination, a predominance of courage over timidity, and an appetite for adventure over the love of ease. The cruelties and obstacles of a swiftly changing planet will not and do not yield to the obsolete dogmas and outworn slogans. They cannot be moved by those who cling to a present that is already dying, those who prefer the illusion of security to the excitement and danger that come with even the most peaceful progress. It's a revolutionary world we live in, and this generation, at home and abroad, has thrust upon it a greater burden of responsibility than any generation that has ever lived. Some believe there's nothing one man or one woman can do. Yet many of the world's greatest movements of thought and action have flown from the work of a single man. A young monk began the Protestant Reformation. A young general extended an empire from Macedonia to the borders of the earth. A young woman reclaimed the territories of France. And it was a young Italian explorer who discovered the New World, and the 32-year-old Thomas Jefferson, who reclaimed that all men are created equal. These men moved the world, and so can we all. Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in that total, the acts of history will be written for this generation. Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope. And crossing each one from a million different centers of daring and energy, those ripples build a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression. Few are willing to brave the disapproval of their fellows, the censure of their colleagues, or the wrath of their society. Moral courage is a rarer commodity than bravery in battle or great intelligence, yet it is the one essential, vital quality for those who seek to change the world, a world that yields most painfully to change. And I believe that in this generation, those with the courage to enter the moral conflict will find themselves with companions in every corner of the globe. Now, for the fortunate among us, there is a temptation to follow the ease and familial path of personal ambition and financial success, the path so grandly spread before those who enjoy the privilege of education. That is not the road history has marked out. Like it or not, we live in a time of danger and uncertainty. But this is also the most open and creative time in history. All of us will ultimately be judged, and as the years pass, we will surely judge ourselves on the effort we have contributed to building a new world society and the extent to which our ideals and goals have shaped that event. Our future may lie beyond our vision, but it is not completely beyond our control. It is this shaping impulse of America that neither fate, nor nature, nor the irresistible tides of history, but the work of our own hands, matched to reason and principle, that will determine our destiny. There is pride in that, even arrogance, but there is also experience and truth. In any event, it's the only way we can live.